Yeah. This is Tommy Richardson, just in for Republicans.
Yeah, I get it.
No? All right.
Who's Tommy Richardson?
Is that not his name? Tommy Richman.
Isn't that the guy that has a great song out right now?
Yeah, Rory been hating on him. Rory
No,
hating
wait,
on other
what
white
the
people
fuck? No, I
achieving
haven't.
success. You said he was a plant.
Yeah, okay. I like his music.
Why does he have to
Her
be
is a plant. I love Her's music.
Why do you have
Her is a plant? That's a hot fucking take.
He
There can
said
be
that
talented
before, though.
plants.
He said that before.
Why do you think her?
You think plant is a negative thing. Like, I don't think it's a negative thing.
Why do you think her is a plant?
How is she not? She has been part of the industry since 14, didn't work, rebranded, placed her right back in with a silhouette, and it went number one.
But how is that a plant? Or is that not just a label doing its job and rebranding her? Who planted her anywhere?
Yeah, you could say the same for Snow Allegra.
They planted her at 14 years old on the VMAs without a single song and put a Prince hat on her and a guitar.
Because
no one knew who the fuck she was. That's
yes,
a plant, which is fine.
YouTube knew who she was because she used to go viral for her covers. Yes.
Gabby Wilson.
Yes.
Viral wasn't a thing then.
Yes,
she was
it was.
That's how they found Bieber. Same shit.
YouTube. Yes,
no, that was Scooter being creepy after the club on YouTube. That was not a viral fucking video.
Bieber
That was a grown man after the club looking up little boys on the internet, and Biebs popped up.
Listen,
Patreon.
No, I get it. I understand.
This is a great clip.
What's wrong? All right, what's wrong with being a plant? Yeah, she was planted. She's extremely talented. At 14 years old, they said at the VMAs, here's someone.
See, that's where we
you've never heard of.
That's where we differ. I don't think that a plant is as talented as Gabby Wilson is. I think a plant is somebody that lacks talent, and they have to pull all the tricks and the bells and the whistles to make this artist, quote unquote, pop, because there's no real talent there. With Gabby Wilson, she was talented.
Wait, since when can plants not have talent?
I thought plants were there to create a narrative.
To grow.
Like, if somebody was to say that Sexy Red was an industry plant, that would make sense to me. Like, there has to be a narrative or an agenda behind the planting of this artist. Not just people have an artist that they want to be successful so that they can make money. No, why is this artist being planted here? What's the purpose of this? What narrative or culture is she trying to push? That is where I understand plant.
No, that's just culture vulture shit. That's not plant. That's just exploiting
Yo, where were
a
you
community.
on the side of the whole Cardi shit? You feel like Cardi's a plant?
Oh, I knew that's coming up.
No, because I know we had that talk, so I don't know what he.
It's a mixed bag with that one because I don't want to diminish the work she did put in on her own in the beginning. She had a fan base that they then grabbed and yes, planted her into the music industry. Yeah, but I don't think
because there's no way you could think Gabby Wilson's a plant and don't think Cardi B's a plant. It's impossible.
I think a lot of the younger artists are just by proxy are plants.
So then they
are placed there and
plants, or is it just we're not aware of their process or like what they did prior to them becoming a public household name, like the way in which people are like Jack Harlow is a plant, but we know Lake and Drama and we know how long Jack's been with them and how long that process has been. But to the surface,
let me gauge.
All these new guys look like plants.
Do you guys think TLC was plants?
I don't know enough about their whole thing. I don't.
Do you think L.A. Reid and his wife doing casting calls to form a group together of young girls from Atlanta and then place them in the system that they already had and make them superstars is not a plant? Then I'm not sure how we can have this conversation.
Then that's not that's not
TLC
planting.
is plants. They're talented fucking plants.
But so then what's not a plant, Rory? What's not a plant? If that's a plant, what's not a plant to you?
Nas.
Yo, that was the last name I was expecting to come out of your mouth right now.
Actually, I take it back.
Nas.
He had a Jewish manager that took him to Columbia.
Nas is crazy.
MC Search took him right to the top.
Yo.
Are you a plant? Would you consider yourself
he's
a
allergic
plant?
to the sun.
We looking at a plant. Yeah, he wouldn't grow.
Yeah, he wouldn't grow.
Yeah.
He's allergic
It does
to
take a hoe to make me grow.
yeah. You know, he can't grow.
No, seriously, would you consider yourself a plant? Because
A
I know
plant
that
in
there are
what?
people in the music industry. Do you consider yourself a plant?
How?
Just because you weren't a successful plant doesn't mean that you're not a plant.
It is June, for crying out loud. You know
I'm
what June
asking
is?
him because he keeps diminishing
Why we have to
everybody
go first?
else's work. And
Are you
saying that
Gabby
they're a
Wilson?
plant.
Did I say something bad about you?
No, because it's because you say that everyone's a plant. So I want to know, do you think that you're a plant?
In the music industry.
Do you think you're a plant in the podcast industry?
Yo, that's a sick plant.
No, I don't. I don't think I'm a plant in anything. In anything that I've ever done.
Do you think that there are people that would consider you a plant in the podcast or music industry?
That's
I would love to hear their explanation. You seem like one of them, so please explain it
No,
to me.
I'm not saying that you're a plant. I don't believe that there are.
What would the people that's not you say? on
could
why I
just-
would be a
They
plant.
could just use.
Tell me about
Just
my.
ask the same question.
Yeah.
Just-
They could use your logic that you just said for people who grab somebody and like you've been in the music industry for a while.
so,
Is that how
so-
you were able to release the album? Are you actually talented, or
No.
were you just grew up in the music industry and you
I
had a
grew
bunch
up
of
in the
connections?
music industry.
Yeah, you've been in the music industry for a long time. You became an adult in the music
My
industry.
dad doesn't have a job.
So
He likes music though. You're talking about your experience in the industry.
Who planted me in the industry? Please tell me.
I don't think that
Please tell me when I was grabbing blunts for shot money on Dunkirk that he was like, we are going to grow this guy into the... Like, what are you talking about?
I don't think that you're a music industry plant, but I'm applying your logic and saying that everybody else is plants. I'm saying that people could say that about you.
No, they
People
couldn't.
could say that
Yo,
you.
are you a plant? My dad doesn't have a job.
Maul's a nepo plant.
What?
Yeah,
Shut your
is
mouth
Maul
when
a
you talk
plant?
about- Wow.
At what?
Where am I playing at?
I will say if Maul ended up taking the path of being in the music industry and ended up being a high level
He's
exec,
not
somebody
in the music
could say,
industry.
no, like in the label system, where Rockefeller had a partnership with, somebody could make that case, but that's not Maul's
That I'm a
journey.
plant?
Yeah, somebody could make that
I mean,
case.
yeah, of course. Somebody could try to.
So if
I'm not saying it would be true.
if Nick blows up and becomes the next Drake and he's the next Scooter Braun, you don't think that there will be people that will say that Maul was a plant?
People can
Of
say
course.
anything. I'm asking for your
Like
explanation.
you're
But
saying
you gotta
right
make it-
now.
but you
Are
gotta
you
make
getting
it-
my point?
I
I get what you're
explained
saying.
why.
But to those people who know their
I just gave
journey,
you a perfect TLC
but
example.
to those people who know their journey and know what they had to go through and know what went on behind the scenes, they will also sit up there and say, well, people go on their podcast and say anything. They
I
don't know
don't-
what the fuck they're talking
I'm not
about.
here to say, I think plants that are untalented still work really hard. You can't make it in the music industry and not work hard. I don't care who the fuck you are.
That's a fact.
So I'm asking you, what do you mean? I gave you an example,
Never mind.
TLC, a perfect one, of talented plants. They worked their asses off, legends, but they were put together in a system that was already running to be the successful girl group. They put them on tour with Boys to Men without a fucking song.
So is half of Motown plants?
That was going to be my next thing. You could make a claim Michael Jackson's a plant.
No way.
See?
We're not doing that.
Your boy, that's your business partner.
Michael Jackson being an industry plant is fucking crazy.
Like,
Plucked out of a boy group, the star, little kid,
was he
and then
plucked out of the boy group or did he
Yeah,
decide
Joe Jackson
to leave
took
on
a-
his own?
a bat and knocked him right out of the group.
Decide to do anything. He was a child.
He's talking about when he's out of the boy group, like when he became himself. Like, went off
Yeah,
on
but
his
at
own.
that point, like
Like, you don't think Justin Timberlake is a plant? Super talented. One of the most talented people we've had in our generation.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it because he's
Yeah.
white, but
No. But okay.
you don't think him doing Nickelodeon shows to then being put in a boy band, that wasn't like the crew from around the corner. None of them are from the same place. Put together and then plucked out of that group after success to make the solo
But
artist.
at the time,
That is a
was-
plant. He's talented as
So
fuck,
then
but that's a plant.
what you're saying, what you're saying then is that 95% of the artists that we've had have been plants because that was the way that the music industry went at that time.
Yeah.
Very few people just were singing on a corner.
Beyonce's
and
a
just-
plant?
Could make a case. You guys just have a negative connotation towards plant.
But I think
Beyonce
you're
ain't no fucking
misconstruing-
plant.
What a plant is.
Yeah, I think you're just it's too much of a broad stroke of what a plan is. Sometimes you just
Some plants
like the
don't
way
make
in
it.
which you fell into this career, like this made this your life, not
Yes, I
because
fell
someone
into it.
handed you a thing, huh?
I did fall. I just fell.
Yeah, you
I
tripped.
trust falled
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
into 825 8th Avenue. Just a trust
but
fall.
like that process is the same with artists. Like of someone that's very close to me, Armani. People are like, he's a plant. I'm like, no, he just had a fucking song that popped.
I don't think Armani's a plant.
Well, because that's my point. Because you know his journeys from when no one knew who the fuck he was. Like you've known him since before he became who he is now.
You didn't know Armani and you just saw
Billie
you
Eilish.
just saw him get up there on a stage with Billie Eilish and perform Billie Eilish. You like, all right, man, where'd this guy come from?
Yeah, and how much of
wouldn't- I
Billy's
wouldn't say
pub is
anything.
he?
I've-
Like you would think that.
I've
but we
only
know
been
him.
talking about artists that I know their journey. I haven't brought up just some random artist. I know her's journey. I know Beyonce's journey. It's
You don't
been
know.
pretty publicized.
Journey. You didn't see her on Star Shirt.
You were there in the trenches.
The hip hop rapping
She's on Star Shirt.
girls' time or whatever the fuck it was
Yeah.
called.
Well, okay, then like, what about the shows like X Factor, like One Direction?
I don't know enough about One Direction to make
They were
that.
all
I'm-
brought on that show and literally placed together It was a boy group forming live
Which
on
is how
television.
almost every boy group or girl group. That's so basically you're saying that boy group and girl groups are all plants.
100%.
Because they're all created.
I'll stand on that ledge all day. Yes, 100%.
Is Taylor Swift a plant?
I don't know enough.
She moved to Nashville from Philly, from like the Philly suburbs of Philly when she was young,
Typical move.
and
Like
kind
Like
of
the Oregon
was,
Trail.
took
Everyone
off
makes
from
that
there.
Yeah, just took off.
I think everyone's issue is the word plant has a negative connotation to it. I think that's where you guys are getting hung up on it.
I also just think you're using it wrong.
I don't think 50 Cent is a plant.
Yeah, you get shot 9 times and still make it. That's
I think he's a complete
Yeah,
opposite.
he's
I think he was
he's a
blackballed.
talented
the
plant.
real deal.
Superhuman.
Yeah,
he's the real
he got
deal.
Wolverine powers.
He created a huge buzz by himself and then went into the industry system. Not a plant though.
I just don't get how.
But if someone heard In the Club and didn't know his background, they could say he's a plant, I guess. But I know his story, and that's not a plant.
Is Big a plant? Is Biggie a plant?
I would only say no because Puff got fired from Uptown at that time.
That's the only reason you say no?
Yeah, they had to start from zero.
So you can't just believe that people. So you're basically saying plant nepo baby. Say like plant is like nepo baby. It's about who you know. That's how the music
No.
industry works. It's who you know.
Well, I mean, that's life, but
Yeah, who you know.
and some luck.
Are me and Julian podcast plants?
No,
I mean,
I don't think so.
No, Rory could make a case.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
Mm.
I don't
know
really
your
never
journey.
crossed my.
He doesn't know your journey. He said he knew Beyonce's journey.
Come on, you know what I meant.
No worry now.
Man, were they lucky, Maul. They just got a sneak peek into our Patreon content. To see the full episode and all our other Patreon episodes, please go to patreon.com/New Rory and Maul. Get access to our Discord chat, early releases on sketches, merch, maybe even date Maul for the right tier. He's available.
That has to
He's
be the right tier.
okay.
That's
What's
my
the price though for that? We can add that now.
We're looking at a little 30K maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that you own your value.
Yeah, 30K.
30K and you can have sex with Maul.
Yep, let's do it.
Patreon.com/Rory and Maul.